Jinx, too, is backstage with a tape recorder, waiting to catch Judy Garland's first word. Judy, still in her clown makeup, exhausted but still bubbly. Let's go backstage to the palace and join Jinx and Judy right now.
Here she comes. So Judy Garland is being embraced by Morse Hart and Kitty Carlisle at this moment. The white clown makeup that she wore in the closing number of the show, Be a Clown, in her wonderful costume, straw hat with the bright orange poppy that stuck up on a stem about a foot long, was bobbing up and down, and she's just taken off the black, straight-haired wig that she wears with the clown costume, and her hair is combed and is wearing a light blue terry cloth robe, but still the white clown makeup with the lipstick that goes up on the side, much larger, of course, than her own, and heavy, heavy black line over her eyelid and then down below, too. And she's standing on one side of Morse Hart, and Kitty Carlisle is on the other, and they're having a reunion because they have worked together, Morse having written A Star is Born, which Judy did on screen. She's now moved into a huddle. The photographers are all taking pictures, trying very, very hard. The pictures, and yes, that's my bag. I left it on the floor of the palace stage. It's all right. How are you guys? How are you? Thank you. How are you? Congratulations. I was thrilled, excited, stimulated. Good. It was, as Morse Hart said, superb. Oh, isn't that nice? And coming from him, that's pretty good. Darling, you look so pretty, and I look so horrible. And you look absolutely sensational, and on stage, as I said, you glowed, you sparkled, you thrilled everyone. And as one of the men in the top balcony said, don't answer questions, just sing. He was Judy, go to the photographers. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
And the photographer kept popping the flash bulbs. The candles were working to catch her reaction. Exhausted but bubbling, that was the way she was. A couple of minutes later, Jinx moved into a corner and caught Judy in a rare moment, a quiet moment. She changed from a clown's costume and makeup to a beautiful, glittering black lace dress. She was waiting to go to a special party in her honor. Here now are Jinx and Judy alone, backstage at a ghost-filled, empty, quiet Palace Theater.
Judy, I'm glad that you've had a chance to just change your clown makeup and your terry cloth robe for a black lace, beautiful gown, mink stole, pearls and diamonds in your hair, and stars in your eyes. I really do feel like there might be stars in my eyes tonight. I think it's the most wonderful night of my life, really. I just want to find out from you, what made this night so special? Why everyone that I've talked to on this mic has said Judy Garland has never been greater than she was tonight at the Palace. Well, because it's coming home. This is my home. The Palace is my home. I don't think I've ever felt quite as free and as full of fun. And because it really is, after all, 5 years ago, we came in here and we didn't know whether it was going to go well or not. We were all so frightened and nervous. And then we wound up breaking the record. And I had my dressing room with a golden plaque on the wall. This is Judy Garland's dressing room, who broke the record of the Palace Children's. And it's just like home to me. And I maybe they say that I was good because I wasn't too scared and too nervous. You really weren't tonight? Well, I was all day, and then I decided there were so many things to worry about that it was silly to even start. So I let it go and took a long nap and got up and came to work. And that's, it's silly to be scared all the time. I was asking Sylvia Fine about your opening number, which was New York, but was that the verse to the song? No, that was an original, it was an original piece of material written by Roger Eden. That's what she said she thought it must be. Yes, And then we had some Kay Townsend things. Kay wrote a couple of the circus numbers, and she also wrote the verse to the medley of old songs. And, Chuck Waters helped, Bob Walton helped, everybody helped. What are some of those words about New York being so special that you use when you first go on? Well, let me see. It goes, there are no two ways about it. There's absolutely nothing to do but shout it. I happen to like New York. The moment I arrive here, I feel the bustle and the hum, and suddenly I start to come alive here. I happen to like New York. I happen to love this town. And you do, and it shows. I really do. And we have a house now, And my one daughter is here, my 10-year-old is here, going to school, and my 3-year-old and my 18-month-old are arriving Saturday. Is that Joe? Joe, yeah, he's a little one. How do you sing one special song for him? I mean, how do you introduce it? Well, I just say this song for a particularly good friend of mine, Joe. And then you sing Happiness. Yes, Happiness is everything called Joe. And when you sang that, and after you said this was for that special friend, your little boy, my son, I cried. You did? Oh. Well, I think so. You have two beautiful sons of your own. Oh, no, but it's such a happy thing, and then I cried. Why do you do that to people? I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's great. It's great. What about Liza? I read in Joe Hines' stories about her in the Herald Tribune. Yeah. But you don't like it when she puts on lipstick, your lipstick. Well, I don't know, but she, every once in a while she'll climb into my makeup box and sort of, she sees her mother sitting in front of a makeup table all the time. It's pretty, it's sort of natural for her to want to wear makeup. Well, is she going to want to climb onto the stage at the Palace one afternoon, maybe? Yes, and I imagine she will, and I imagine Joe will, and I imagine Lorna will. They all do, I can't keep them off. And will they be good? They're awful good. I'm going to retire pretty soon and put them all to work. Judy, when they get to the age when they might be making a debut at the Palace or somewhere in the country as performers, what piece of advice would you give your children? What's the best advice you've ever been given about your profession? Oh, golly, I don't know. I think, first of all, they must wait for a long time before they're going to make any debuts, because I don't want them to ever go into this seriously until they've had their education and college and all the fun they can have. And then if they want to, the only thing I can do is just stand in the wings and say, if you can't sing good, sing loud. and, and just back them up. I don't know how. They're individuals. They'll have to do it themselves. But I can love them and be around if they want me. And you love them very much and you want them around you wherever you are. Yes, that's my whole life. I can't travel without them or anything. They're all, well, what the heck else is there? But children. Just one last question, which I ask for reassurance from every working mother. How do you make up for the hours that you have to be away in rehearsal, either making a movie, or the hours that you will be spending at the Palace? The only way to make up for it, I think, is to bring a great deal of love and a great deal of patience, a great deal of understanding when you're with them. You may not be able to, a lot of mothers, are with their children from morning to night, but in that time they lose patience, they go through all kinds of things, and if you can only spend a certain amount of time with your children, that time is so devoted to them that I don't think they miss very much, to tell you the truth, if you love them enough. Judy, thank you for the advice, and thank you for the greatest show I've ever seen tonight. Thank you, Jinx. Good night.